Hello, my name is Bianca, and this is my video for this week. This video will be on making websites using Google Sites. So first we're going to go into Google's homepage, which is what you see in front of you. From there we'll click on More, and then we'll go down to this part that says Even More. We're going to click on that. And then we're going to scroll all the way down until we see Home and Office, and we're going to click the Sites portion that's sitting here. We're going to click on that. And I already have a site up, but if you was going to create a brand new site, you will hit this button and create. This will, when it finished loading, it will send you to a page where it will start asking you certain questions like what type of template you want to use. Do you want to use the generic ones that are sitting here, or you can hit the browse button and you have hundreds of thousands of templates that you can pull from that are free that you can use for your website, and it's perfectly legal to do. You can, when you go to this section here where it says name your site, you can name your site whatever you want. I don't know, industrial engineer, or it really doesn't matter, except for if your site has already been taken by some other person who's made a site, you may have to add some numbers or change your site name altogether, because of course no two sites can be named the same. And when you name your site here, you see it shows up down here in the site location as the extension to this part here. Now, if it was taken already, like for example, we're going to do that. If I were to, I already know that there's a site that's named that, and it's not going to let me do it. And I'm just telling y'all this now, just to show y'all in the future, when I finish going through the rest of this, that it's going to tell me no. But anyway, it's going to ask you other things you may want to put in your site. You don't have to do it, but you can. Just select a theme, and when you click on that, it'll give you several different themes that you can use for your website that are pretty cool. You don't have to use any of these themes if you don't want to. You also have more options for people who want to add site description things to website, or to add a sensory to your website, so people who are under 18 cannot access your website without verification. And this here, of course, tells Google that you are a human being trying to make a website, and you're not just this random person. So we're going to hit create, and okay, I must type the code in wrong. RECURAT. Alright. And now that I typed in the code in, notice how I didn't go anywhere. That is because if I scroll up further, it'll tell me that the location is not available because somebody else has this location. So you may have to add in numbers or other letters to make this site different, so you can actually begin. I'm actually not going to begin on a fresh site because I already made one. So I'm just going to hit cancel, and I'm going to go to this site which we made during the Olympiad competition this year. Sorry, let's do this 1 second. This site we just came up, we just threw it together. It's basically, the theme of it is why would anyone want to choose computer science? Why? It's an advertisement to convince people to join computer science. So first of all, we're supposed to make this website have at least 5 different pages linked to it. Not linked, but different tabs like this. And we kind of do. It's about 5. I'm excluding the sitemap, so it's about 5 we have here. So we're going to start on the home page. The home page as you can see here, over in this section, this is the video to the midterm videos that I made earlier in this year, and then and this is just linked to YouTube. And if I pause this for a second and hit play, it'll link you right to that video, as you can see. Alright, and then over here it tells you several different things, like the goals of this website and why must we like this why must we like computer science. But in the competition they didn't know we were industrial engineers, so we kind of had to tell them a little bit of aspects that we may like about computer science and why other people may like computer science. We also had to add several pictures, which you'll see throughout the website, and down here you see the copyright that we made. Up here you see there's a video play, but I muted it so I could continue to talk to you about it. This is a random music about computer science that some guy made. We just poured it off the internet legally, just to add it to the website. So I'm about to hit play for you so you can hear that it does work.
Good evening, folks. How are you this evening? My name's Dave. I'll be your entertainer this evening. Welcome to the Internet Side of the Lounge. Say, how many Microsoft programs does it take to write a great piece of software? More. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to see you all.
Alright, so basically our audio for there. So a lot of people may ask, because I've asked this a lot of times, how do you get the audio to actually work over here in Google Sites? Because a lot of people have problems getting audio to work properly, especially if you imported your HTML file. But what you can do is the following. Up here you'll see edit page. If you click on that, you'll see the insert over here, and you're going to click on it. You're going to scroll all the way down to more gadgets. If you go to more gadgets, you'll see all of these featured gadgets, which we're not going to be bothered with that. We're going to go to public, and I'm going to choose the audio flash player, and I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna select it. Now, once you select the audio flash player, and you leave me alone, it's gonna ask you for an MP3 file so it can play. I'll talk about that a little bit later once we get out the screen to tell you how to get the MP3 file to actually work in here. Alright, and then you have this section that asks you whether or not you want to autoplay. We're going to say yes, and it asks you for what type of screen you want. On one have gray and black or pink and gray, really pink and gray just because, and then color container. I'm not going to mess with that now because I don't want to as of yet. So we're going to go down to the display. It shows you the pixels, how large it's going to be on my screen. I don't need it to be that large, so I'll keep it as is. It's cool the way it is, so we're going to hit OK. And this is where the flash player is going to be. Now, once you click on the Google Gadget, which is the audio flash player, we're going to click on properties. And those, it asks the same questions. But we're going to leave that alone for right now because we need to get some music. So, how do we get music into here? This is what we're going to do. We are going to hit the save button, alright? It has no music in it in real life. It has no music that I want there. It has their low default music that I don't care about. So I'm gonna add my own music. To do that, we're gonna go to, I believe, manage sites. Alright? And in manage site, we're gonna go to attachments. In attachments, you see all of these different attachments that we actually added, like some of these pictures and things you can add to your Google site. We added, like, many of the pictures that you saw throughout my actual website were pictures that we actually uploaded into Google site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload something else so that you can see what I'm talking about. So I hit upload, and it brings up this little window to ask what I want to upload. And I'm gonna do Coastal Fight, no, Cooler 10. So I'm gonna hit open, and it's gonna upload that music file as an MP3. My MP3 file, it has to be MP3 into here. So right now we're going to hover over download. We're going to right click on it, and then we're going to copy the link address, because we're going to need it. Once you copy the link address, we're going to leave here, and we're going to go back to Why Computer Science, the website. We're going to pause all of this again, and we're going to go to edit page. And I'm going to edit this. I'm going to go back to its properties on this Google Gadget. And remember this, what I told y'all that we're going to come back to it? We're going to remove this, because this is some default file that they give you. And we're going to paste the link address that we just copied. And I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to hit save. And then we're going to pause this. And look at that. That's exactly what I asked for. Because if we... it was Cooler 10, sorry. And it's the exact same file. So we know we copied that's the right one to do. So anyway, and you see throughout here some of the photos that we picked up. And we're going to go to the next. In the next one, we have more pictures. And in here you see a lot of things underlined and highlighted. The things that are underlined, like this here, this Morgan here, this is actually a hypertext. And this will send me directly to the Morgan website. Voila! This is where it sends you. And you come down here. This basically is part of the site, just gives you some information on how you can learn a little bit about computer science. One way is to go, that part was telling you can go the college route. If you don't want to go that route, you can either do Khan Academy, and this will send you to Khan Academy to the computer science section, and you can learn about computer science that way. Or you can go another route, which is this route here, and this is a link to my page, which shows you a lot of HTML, some JavaScript, and some other things that may be useful to a computer science major. And the site doesn't necessarily say that that's your only route, this is your only option if you want to learn computer science, which is why I put the and much more, because you can just go to the side and Google, and then type in computer science, and then a whole bunch of stuff comes up, and you can go forth and explore. But anyway, that was me sidetracking, so we're going to go back to this actual website. We're going to go back to what you do for a degree. What can you do with a computer science degree? And we give a little examples, like you can be a programmer for hire, you can work in corporate, or you can work in a lab. And this is like Mindstorms. It's awesome. Anyway, and we also have a few more, which is like this one, which is some universities with the computer science schools, in case some people may be interested, which are hyperlinks that tells you a little bit more about. We'll send you to the website about it, or you get comment about how much you like my site, blah, 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 and they'll go straight to me. There's the last section in here is my references, which is basically everywhere we went to actually pull some information about computer science that we didn't already know. So we chose, like this site here and things like that. This scenery, this template that you see throughout the entire website is something that we picked up from Google site, one of their classroom or lab templates, and we just used that one and we edited to fit our needs. And I will most likely have something much more advanced at a later date, but this is just something that we were able to do in a couple hours notice. So I'll see you later on this week or next week. Alright, have a good day. Bye bye.